What's up, y'all? Good morning. I got a late start, just leaving the house. Gonna head to the warehouse. Some hot coffee. Love it. Early in the morning. Need my coffee every day for some reason now. I'm trying to get off of it, but I've been needing it lately. And where I put my keys? Lost my keys. You see, I bought a new weed whacker combi unit. I got some remoteless keyboard and mouse for the warehouse. The truck is super junky, but you know how it is when you're working. Everything's moving fast. So I live about, I would say about 10 minutes from the warehouse. I used to live about an hour from it, and with traffic it was bad, but I moved to the other side of town just to be closer to the warehouse and kind of closer to everything I got going on over here. My family, friends, everything kind of on this side of town, so I kind of moved over this way to make it a lot easier. But today we're gonna be in Euclid, Richmond. We're gonna try and get a lot of properties done. I got 2 commercial properties. I'm gonna wait to the end of the day to hit those. When the people are off work, it's a lot less cars, so I'm gonna wait for those. And it's getting towards the end of the season. It's getting cold outside, so right when it starts getting cold, that's when a lot of people start canceling and things like that. So right now we're just taking what we can get, trying to stack up as much money as we can right now. So that's basically what you guys should be doing too. Well, I'll talk to you more throughout the day. Just finished this yard. We headed out to the next one. Well, I'm headed out to the next one. What's up, y'all? This is what you don't do. I'm eating potato chips and vitamin water for lunch. Wasn't able to pack a lunch. Trying to get a lot of yards done today. Got a bunch of them this week. And, you know, it's towards the end of the season, so I'm kind of rushing through things, getting a lot of new work. About to hit this yard over here. I'm in one city all day today. Then I think I'm gonna jump a little later on today onto these properties I do. They're kind of inner city lots. They all go super quick, but I got about 80 of them I got to complete this week. So I'm gonna knock those out. Each day I'm gonna try and knock out maybe 20 of them. They're literally 5-minute properties. So I'm gonna get as much done off my regular list, and then I'm gonna jump to that list. So I'm gonna try and show you a few of them. But they go kind of quick, so I kind of leave them off the camera, and they're all like inner city, like East Cleveland, Cleveland Heights, those type of areas. So I'll try to show you some. If not, I'm telling you about it now. So yep. Okay, I'm at the next yard. I want to tell you a quick story if I get to cutting it. It's this one. You've seen it before. It's another one of those guys' properties I was telling you about. But yesterday was the worst day ever. We all have these type of days, but yesterday one thing after another just kept happening. Let me tell you a little story about what happened yesterday. So the first thing that happened in the morning, a lady called the company, and she said that we sent her an email with an estimate on snow plowing, And then she was telling us how low that the estimate she got before from another contractor, and then another estimate from another contractor that was way lower. And I tried to explain to her, if you feel comfortable with those prices, go ahead with that other company. Like I'm not trying to beg for anybody's job or anything. I would love the work, but not begging for it. So that was the first thing. She basically was she just called just to tell us that we're too high priced. Like you didn't even have to call to tell us that. But we're definitely not too high priced. Her quotes that she got was around 150, which is like super low. That's just a guy with a shovel coming by. He may show up, he may not show up, but that's that type of price. But the next thing that happened was I got in an argument with a family member that works with me, and then that was a real bad argument. So that got me down throughout the day. So then after that, I lost a customer that same day. And then not only that, the next yard I went to, my lawnmower went down. I think it was we didn't put oil in it, so that lawnmower went down. So now that's at the shop. I showed you earlier, I dropped that off at the shop. So all those things happening, so I'm like, hey, the day's over. I get to go home and relax, chill, go hit the gym. So then I get home, we go to the gym, and I notice before we got to the gym, I hop in the car. It's a newer Audi. Hop in the car, and the battery wasn't working. So if we get it to work, it was working, but it was still a little. You could tell it was dying down. So we get it to work, and we drive over to the gym. We get to the gym, get in there. I go shoot around for a little bit just to relax. My baby was in swim classes, so we was up there. So after that, it was a lady. It felt like she was being racist at the gym. It was just weird. It was an older lady talking to me. I don't even want to talk about it, but it was just a weird feeling. So and on top of everything else that was happening, it was just a lot going on that day. So then we get out of the gym, and that wasn't it. So we get out of the gym, and the car wouldn't start. Crazy. I'm like, what type of day am I having right now? Like I literally sat there, me and my girl, we sat there and we prayed. Like this been a tough day. Let's pray on it. So we sat there and prayed on it, and then a guy came over with jumper cables to help. I was gonna call a tow truck. Guy came over with jumper cables, and he helped us, and it still didn't work. But after a while, it started working. So we got that started and got that going. So then with all that went bad, I heard this from someone. I can't remember exactly who I heard it from, but they say do good when everything's going bad. Do good and it make yourself feel better. So we get to the gas station. It was a young lady. She had like a yogurt and like a drink, and she was right before me. So she was in line. She had her card on her phone. But that gas station didn't accept those cards, so you could tell she was like, oh, well, let him go, and then I'll call someone to come up here to pay for this. You could tell she really wanted it. So I was like, you know what, let me pay for that. My day's been going so bad. She was like, no. I'm like, no, I need to pay for this right now. My day's been going so bad. I need to do some good to make me feel better at least, and she started laughing. But literally that changed my whole day. Like I went to bed happy. This morning I was happy. Things starting to. This whole day's been cool. So just that little bit of good I did, it just felt so good, and all that bad was erased by that little bit of good that I did. So that's something you guys can think about. If something's going bad, your day going bad, do something good for somebody else, and I'm telling you, it makes you feel good. It's kind of selfish because you're kind of doing it to make yourself feel good, but I'm telling you, I mean, you helping somebody else out, and it makes you feel real good. So look into that. I'm gonna see y'all. I'm about to cut this yard. This yard takes me forever. There's so much edging on this yard, but I'm about to knock it out. Not complaining. It's work. I'm gonna get it done. You get your yards done, or whatever you got going, get it done. Whatever business you got going, get it done. Don't complain. Just get it done. What's up, y'all? I just cut this yard. I'll show it to you. Now, it's not the best It's not the best looking yard that I got, but I call this my thinking yard. Every time I get to this yard, I think a lot about my business, about my life. For some reason, this yard takes me there. Like, they don't get it fertilized or anything like that, but on this yard, it takes me a little while. Cause I kind of just cut it down, really. Well, I ain't gonna say it takes me a long time. It just makes me think for some reason. I done came up with a lot of business ideas and everything on this yard. I put my headphones on, and my mind just goes like, what can I do next? What's my next thing? What's my next goal I'm about to accomplish? And a lot of times it's on this yard. Every time, for some reason, I don't know what this yard does to me, but I done made a lot of money on this yard. So I don't even charge this guy much. And no one's lived here in 2 years that I've been cutting it. And yeah, he just basically doesn't want a city ticket, so I kind of come over here and just run it over. But I spend a little more time, and I always double cut it because it's always packed with leaves. So yeah, this is my thinking yard. I know you guys probably got some yard like that gets your mind going, and then you just love cutting. It's usually one of those nicer yards, but for me, it's not the nicest of yards, but I just love doing this yard. Good morning. Today we got a lot of yards. First thing I'm gonna do today, I gotta take one of my lawnmowers to the shop over here by our warehouse. Yesterday it bogged out on me. I think thinking we were late on the oil change, so it might be big trouble with the engine on there. But we was kind of pushing it for the end of the season, thinking that we didn't need an oil change. We should have got that oil change. But something simple like that is about to be a big fix for me. But we got to do what we got to do. I'm gonna take it to the shop. Hopefully we can get it back by next week. Hopefully it's a small fix. So I'm headed to the shop right now to see. Just dropped it off at the shop. All I got left is the turf tracer for the day. Just dropped the mower off at the shop. All I have left is the turf tracer for the day. But we're gonna get it done. We up here at Best Truck and Equipment. I didn't want a video inside. I don't know if they allow that or not, but you know, I got a relationship with these guys, so I don't want to mess that up with them. But we're off to the first yard for the day. I'm gonna try and show these last few days I've been missing videoing most of these yards. I know you guys want to see some of the work and see what the areas I'm in. So I'm gonna try and do a better job at that. It's just the end of the season right now, so it's kind of hard to do that. But I'll see you in the first yard. Just knocked out this big yard right here. Stripes going the other way, so you can't really see. Backyard is huge. I think I showed you guys this yard before. But we on to the next one. What's up, y'all? This is another property they're fixing up on. Just got done. Can't really see it. Looks pretty good in person. But this property is another one. I got a guy, I got like 30 of his properties he's fixing up. So all his properties is a bunch of guys working there. And as you know, you got to avoid the guys. So I kind of touched a lot of spots, kind of missed a bunch of spots. The back, I didn't weed whack at all. Their paint, I made sure I bagged everything. But it looks pretty good. The guys are excited because this grass is crazy high. No one's been here in over a month. So overall, this is a pretty good yard. We're out in Cleveland Heights. Okay, so we got this one done. You've seen this one before. We cleared that side out over there. But I'm showing you a video for this. You can see we're starting to put up our signs on all the yards that allow us. We got a bunch of customers. Well, this guy, this is another one of his properties that we do, and it's in bad shape, but it's getting fixed up. And he allows us to put our signs in all his yards, and he's directly in the area where we got most of our snow plowing contracts. So that's something you guys could look into, putting these signs up. A lot of people think they don't work, but I think for such a small investment, it's worth it to put these signs up, because maybe this whole street's gonna see it. We maybe get 2 or 3 people off the street, and it's worth it. So look into getting those yard signs and start putting them up.